They don't make them like they used to. Hey, this video is no update or anything. I just wanted to show you something, but I found this this old heater. Here, there's a logo, so it's kind of like old and cool. Rocket brand lettering, rocket font. Look at this. Listen. Shh. I mean, it just doesn't get any better than that. It's like 16 gauge steel. I mean, it's so heavy. But I'm going to make a control panel out of this. I actually used this heater until the plug melted, and it kind of scared the crap out of me. But I got this nice little lip right here, going all the way around, and I can put something against that, and it's just about the right size. So I think this actually is my new CNC standalone control panel. I don't know, did I show you this? I guess this is kind of a CNC update, but I found these guys. This is it's a keyboard emulator. It just has a bunch of inputs. Guys that make arcade games. There's a name for it, but I can't think of it. Arcade games that normally are played thusly, but you want to convert this to buttons. This is basically just a keyboard with some of the letters broken out, so when you click one of these to low, it's exactly the same as typing a letter. And so in the case of Mach 3, I'm using this and just assigning a keystroke to various things I want to do. And so when I click, like for instance, I've got my jog on a nunchuck going through an Arduino, and then the Arduino just clicks a letter basically, and the letter makes it jog, right? But anyway, okay, so yeah, so I just wanted to show you this because it's so flippin' cool. Look at that, okay? That's the on-off switch, and it's porcelain with screw terminals, and all the wires. All the wires are backwards question marked. God, do you know how freaking time consuming it is for a factory worker to do that by hand and then bend it around and tighten it to a terminal? Jesus, but on the other hand, when you need to replace that switch, look, you just unscrew it and you just take the wires off because they're just around a screw terminal. Poop, and you just tighten. Just a little bit of. I think the whole world runs on preparatory work. Like 80% of painting is prep and 20% is moving paint. A good paint job is always the prep work. Everything good is the prep work, right? Proper preparation prevents piss poor performance. And this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, in the short term at the factory, it took a little longer to install these. And here's the rheostat, right? So like there's the temperature control with screw terminals, for crying out loud. And but man, long term, you could have replaced that forever. Like this would never ever break, like forever. Same with the elements. The elements are on little porcelain dealies with screw terminals, and you could just unscrew one element and put another one in, and the reflector's fine. And sure, there's a little asbestos for you, but there's the reflector. That was the hot side, and that was against the case. A little bit of asbestos. And I know you're like, oh God, it was like asbestos. But, yeah, calm the hell down. I have no intention of taking this asbestos and then beating on it to create a cloud of dust and then inhale that dust for 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week for 20 years. I have no intention of doing that. So this little bit of asbestos probably could have lived in this heater for my entire life, and it wouldn't have affected me in any way. I'm not advocating for the use of asbestos. I'm just saying that sometimes, let's sleep. Sometimes we overthink problems. That's all I'm saying. Let sleeping dogs lie. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I got a nice little back that screws on and off. Oh, and then check this out. They had these awesome threaded rods that went through and screwed everything together. I flippin' love stuff like this, man. I love stuff like this, and I think it's gonna look really good with just a panel in there, maybe an LCD or I don't know. It'll be awesome. There you go. So that's the start of the CNC control panel update. Ding.